What's going on, Joe fans? Centex Collector here with another review for G.I. Joe Classified. This time for the Steel Corps Sentry and the modular defense post. So basically, they just took the Cobra, I think what they call it, the Cobra fortification, something or another, repainted it, and instead of Alley Viper, well, Trench Viper, aka Alley Viper, they gave us another Steel Corps dude. So get into it. This is figure 175, and I believe this was off Hasbro Pulse. I think it was a Pulse exclusive, which is big enough it probably could have went retail, but whatever. We can see a lot of the same stuff from, and I don't have my Cobra one because I already sold it off to a buddy of mine, but he doesn't want this, so that's gonna go to eBay. The Dragonfly back here. I don't see any real Easter eggs, and honestly, I only bought it for the figure because, again, I'm chasing the line for the figures, the vehicles and stuff I really don't care about. So we're gonna having a tough time. So we got this little box here, and this is kind of being a pain to get out for some reason. There's figure in the plastic. And here is our pieces. So let me crack all this out and we'll take a look. Yo, Joe! Alright, so we got another Steel Corps, and yet again Hasbro made it impossible to army build these guys because the first Steel Corps came in a 2-pack and impossible to get at a decent price. Second Steel Corps Commander, again, came in a 2-pack with the Twilight Guard dude, so can't army build him. And we got this one with the defense unit, so you don't want to buy all that. And then here's the Action Force Steel Brigade, because Hasbro lost the license, IP, whatever, trademark for Steel Brigade, and Valdiverse Action Force swooped in and got it. But the Steel Brigades are pretty cool. But at least this one still has the essence of Steel Brigade from, what was that, 87 or so when it came out as a mail-in. So we'll get into differences between all the different. Looks like it's probably just a repaint. So we've got a knife here, which is going to go here on the chest, like the other two. It's got pistol. It's going to go right here in the holster, which looks probably similar to the other two. And I don't remember the other ones, but this one's got like a retro laser rifle, like Duke and some of the other retro, which matches his vest. Well, cool, I guess. And if we take a look real quick, looks like, no, it's not repainting him, maybe him. Yeah, so the boots appear to be, pants are the same because they got these ridges here and then there and there. Same holster, different pistol, same pack over here. Oh, why? Oh, they must have gave him, they didn't give him 2 pistols? No, they gave him 1 pistol because he's got the same holster back here too, so same belt, it's got the H on it. And then we've got these same gauntlets, which are pretty look pretty, these gauntlets look pretty dumb. You could probably take those off. Same shirt, looks like he's got the same arms, same torso, same neck. Just change the coloring of the head. Same vest, the same doofy comm device. And over here they did SCS. That's Sentry Corps Security or something. Little paint job there. I do like the camo on these pants. This would be really good camo for ripcord. So there's potential there. But yeah, so he's a repaint of the Commander and not the first release of the Steel Corps. So that's interesting. So, I mean, it looks cool. Would have been cool to army build them, but not with the defense unit. You're not buying all that to army build them unless you can get them cheap by himself on the secondary market, which I doubt. But it looks pretty cool figure. And then again, Steel Brigade. I don't have a Steel Brigade from Vintage, but there's the figure. And now we got, oh yeah, Steel Corps Sentry SCS was on his, yeah, Steel Corps Sentry SCS. So we got this going on, C1, sides, top, interior, this, extras. It's like this was from like the Stinger, essentially. Like they pulled it off the Stinger to put it on here. 2 ladders, you can extend them. So the thing is, you're supposed to build onto this. And then you got this gun system that you can either put on top or mount separately. So I don't like this thing. Like I said before in my Cobra review, I mean, this thing's like chimichanga. One thing I'll keep is these sandbags. I do like these sandbags. They make good dio. The rest of this I'm just going to bulk all together and put on my eBay store. So there's that interior piece. There's the top and the bottom. And there's the 2 sides. So G.I. Joe mod system. So let me slap this together. Alright, simple enough. Like I said, these snap together. And now the idea, it's a modular system, so they wanted people to buy a bunch of these to build them out. But yeah, I'm not doing that. I don't care about this thing. Like I said, I'm going to throw it up on eBay. But let me now take the top and the bottom. So this should be the top. And this should be the bottom. Yeah, because you got, this is the bottom piece. This is going to be your top piece. And you see here you got your corresponding holes on the top and the bottom to snap fit. And some guys have actually, I think there may have been like STLs, people of 3, you can 3D print these from the Cobra one. So you could probably do the same, just color match. I just don't have the shelf room for something like this. If I'm gonna 3D print something, it's gonna be something pretty cool. I think I'm gonna do the mass device next. Alright, so there's your top and your bomb, and you got your porta potty, your porta john, or the Joe Pisser together. And then next you'll throw this on in the interior, like the instructions said here. So we've got, so these will be down at the bottom. I think this is supposed to be basically like weapon storage. we got that. And then basically throw your ladders on. And then we can throw on our accessories. So you got 2 ladders. And like I showed, you can extend out. How do you do that? Because, okay. So here, there's, can't see all these extra parts, but you got like these 2 pins here. You can plug them in to extend your ladder. You plug them in there, and you can extend your ladder. Or you just have the solo ladder, which is going to plug, snap into anywhere across there. So you got that. And then like I showed you, we've got a spotlight. So you've got your 2 holes up here, whether you want to do the spotlight or this satellite dish, comm device, comm dish, whatever you want to call it. You can have that. And I'm drawing a blank on what the heck. That is it part of the weapon system? Maybe. I've got, and then you've got a bunch of these that's for that. There's the guns. There's that. Yes, these are basically like Stinger missiles here. So it's got so yeah, it looks like this just sits on the ground. I thought you could put it on the top, but it doesn't have like a peg to put in the top. Maybe you could use this. If you wanted, you could probably use that. And then put that, yeah, so you could use this little plug. And then mount it that way up top if you wanted. Getting out, it's gonna be fun though. But that's a possibility. I wonder, I don't have a vamp anymore, but I wonder if this would fit on the vamp. Because it looks like this basically came off the back with Stinger. So you got that. So, pretty cool. That's your defense. And then lastly, it looks like we have this gun defense here. So you got this part. And then we have these parts here. Got 2 of these. Oh, is it double? Can you make it double? Oh, I guess with this, you can make it double. You got your ammo there. And you've got these pieces. Got 2 of these. I think these are for the system itself. And you got 2 of these for expansion if you bought more of those. And then you got 2 of these again for expansion of that. But these should be tied to the weapon system. So let me get this all together and then we'll take a look, because then you can put it like here. So now this reminds me, this is different than Cobra, because Cobra 1 didn't have a twin setup. But anyway, here's your two guns there. You got your ammo here. It's going to feed into here. And it's going to slot. There's like 3 slots on the bottom of the gun. So you're going to slot it in the middle one, because the front one, obviously, you can get away the bullets. So it's going to slot into that middle slot right there. And then make sure you got your bullets obviously facing forward. This one's just acting weird, because I couldn't slot the bullets in through there. But anyway, there's that. And then it can stand. And then you can break this apart. Yeah, that's why this thing is just a piece of junk. This thing's just super cheapy chonga. But there's that. You can see. But this part breaks apart here. And it's got like this little knob. And then there's knob inside. So you can put it at different heights. So that way you could put it here. Because this one's set at the lowest. So you wouldn't be able to put it on here for the lowest. You have to put it up at the high, but this is where you can put it higher. So like I said, there's like a little holes there. It's got those ball joints. Snap it back, and you can put that on there to get the different heights there. And I still have no clue where this goes. I don't know if you just put it inside of here. Like there's assuming just like, well, no, that doesn't even fit on that hole. So I have no idea what that is or where it goes. And it's not in the directions from what I can tell. At least I didn't see it in the directions, because I don't see it. I don't know, but like I said, I'm not a fan of this thing, so I can go up on my eBay store. I'm not sure the price yet, but it'll be on my eBay store. You know, it's a good thought for people who want a play set. It's a good gimmick, just wasn't good for my current situation. So there's that base of the Joe Porta-John. I do like this Steel Corps. I like the camo, very ripcord-ish, maybe even like a leather neck. Maybe they got these colored from leather neck. Maybe they'll use this for a hit and run. But you got that. So like I said, I bought it for the figures. I'm chasing the figure line. I'm all caught up since I got retro Snake Eyes, but this thing is just so cheapy chonga. There we go. There is the Steel Corps Sentry and the modular defense post for the G.I. Joe side. Not a fan of this, but whatever. Each its own. Like, comment, subscribe. JJ out.